Okay, time to come right up to date now. For sitting alongside me at this very moment is Roy Wood. How are you, Roy?
Fine, thanks.
Yeah, all right. Yeah.
Just a rat.
Listen, I don't know Birmingham too well, you know, I come up here occasionally, but it seems to me still that there is a nice sort of music scene bubbling around in Birmingham. I mean, is that right?
Actually, there have always been good bands in Birmingham, especially in the early days of the move, for instance, when I first started. There were quite a lot of good bands around. But since I've sort of lost contact with Birmingham group-wise, and there seems to be a lot of sort of good out-of-work musicians walking around, you know, lots of bands have broken up and things. But there was some, you know, there has been some fine bands. Well, Raymond Froggatt, for instance, you know.
How many bands were there around when the move started, right? Was there a lot of things happening here then?
Thousands. We used to meet in a local club in Birmingham called the Cedar Club, and we used to sort of play there more or less every night. There was sort of a selection of bands, about half a dozen bands. We used to play there every night, and if the one band wasn't playing one night, they'd go down and get up and jam with the other band. You know, it was, you know, it was a good thing going.
Yeah. How did the move come together at that point?
Well, I was in a band called the Idle Race, who Jeff Lynne later joined.
Right.
And there was another band around called Carl Wayne and the Vikings, and another couple of bands, and we sort of we were fed up of sort of being human jukebox, you know, and playing the pop stuff, because that was the only way in those days that we could get any work, you know. And so I had some songs that I'd written that the band that I was with at the time didn't really take too seriously, which I don't blame them. And I played them to a few of the lads from various bands, and you know, we sort of got interested in writing our own stuff, and sort of picked various, you know, just sort of one person from each group. That's how it came together.
Yeah, because you've been there or thereabouts, Roy, ever since, haven't you? Really, you know, and these days too, it seems an interesting thing to me, the parallel situation between yourself and Wizzard, you know. What actually is happening right this minute? Because there hasn't been anything new out for a while, has there?
Well, the last time that we were actually performing live was just before Christmas. We went to America, and since then, because I've got quite a big recording commitment at the moment, I'm with two companies, and I have to produce 2 albums a year for one company for solo albums, and 2 albums a year for another company for Wizzard, which is quite a lot of work really, plus singles, I think. So ever since we've been off the road, so that I can get a bit of commitments off me back and maybe get a few tracks sort of stored up on the shelf, so that we can go back to the States and you know, do a lengthy tour, and we won't have to rush back to record again. At the moment we're working on a Wizzard album, which we've done about 5 tracks for, which I'm quite pleased with so far. It's different to what we've done before. It's a little bit more jazzy, you know, involving the saxophone players a lot more. And I've also recorded enough tracks for 2 solo albums, which is all right.
What about the definition between the two, Roy? How do you decide which is going to be used with Wizzard and which you're going to do yourself?
Well, it's difficult. I'm a sort of bloke that works better under pressure. So it depends what is needed at the time, you know. The record company say, oh, it's about time we had a Wizzard single out, and we've probably got a session in 2 days' time, so I'll concentrate on writing something for that, you know. Sort of more writing sort of specifically for one thing, rather than writing a song and thinking, well, will it suit me or Wizzard?
Yeah. Yeah. What about America, Roy? I mean, you say you were thinking about going back now. Is there a definite plan to go back?
Yes, well, I heard the other day that a few dates have been booked for a tour at the end of July, and so far 5 days are with the Beach Boys, playing with the Beach Boys, and 9 days with Chicago, which I'm really looking forward to. It should do us a lot of good.
Yeah. So what about your role as a producer, Roy? Does this mean really that you're going to concentrate just really on your own things now?
Well, I've been forced to, really, which is a bit sad, because I mean, I enjoy working in the studio, and I've had a couple of good offers of producing people, which you know, sort of been lifelong ambitions to produce like famous people, and I've had those offers and had to turn them down, which is a bit strange. Last year, just before I went to the States, Neil Sedaka approached me to produce him, but since then, you know, I've been recording and stuff, and he's got involved with Elton, and he's doing all right now. And also I had an involvement with the Ronettes, you know, for a while. But I still hope something might come of that.
Yeah,
if I
that
get a
really
bit of
would be
time.
nice.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, listen, the very best of luck with America, Roy.
Great, thanks
I look
very
forward
much.
to the records.
Thanks a lot.
Okay.
See you later.
All right, Roy Wood. And now back to Judas Priest, just Bush for a